Hi, this is Tony from Mid-Atlantic Paranormal Project, M.A.P.P. And tonight's town hall, we're going to be speaking about paranormal pet peeves. One of those things that really get under your skin, either during your investigations or the locations that's hosting you, or even what other teams are doing that you're just like, what are they doing? What are they thinking about? So we're going to start this off. I have both Shane, our tech manager, and Kjo, our historian, with us. And because this was Shane's idea tonight, and it is our show, we can do whatever we want. Shane, I'm going to hand it over to you, and you can begin with your biggest pet peeve.
All right, so I'm going to preface this and start off by prefacing it is a pet peeve show, so no hard feelings. This is just my pet peeves. Let me get my list out here.
I know what's coming here.
I think I got someone here that are probably unique. I think everybody, when they hear them, they're like, oh, hell yeah, that's my pet peeve too. But we'll see. So my first one, and this is not in any type of order, like the best to the worst, we're ranking. I'm just going to throw one out there. And my first thing that I thought of when I thought of pet peeves was showing up to a location and the person that's that lets you in the door and collects your money if you're paying oversells the freaking location. Oh my gosh, before you got here, the doors were opening and closing, and the devil himself came out and said, how you doing? And it's ridiculous. Come on, people. The location should sell itself. You don't have to sell it. Stop being a used car salesman. I'm not buying a little Pinto in your car lot. Just let me come in, investigate, and get on with it. We all know that not every night is going to be, what is it, broomsticks and bed knobs or whatever that crazy Disney show was. But it's just one of my big pet peeves that people oversell locations. I don't know how you guys feel about those.
Oh yeah, I agree with you. Some places that we've went in, before they even get into giving us a tour, they want to say what they experienced just before we walked in that door. And while we're there, we're hearing crickets. So, yeah. And it's a big disappointment because when we don't hear, their pet ghost cat meow while we're there because we're expecting it.
Old ghost cat.
Yeah. So, yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. All right. That's I'm kicking it off with that one. Okay. What do you got?
I have Ike actually just joined, so I'm gonna go ahead and let him in right now. So he's actually just registered and joined.
I'm sure he's got a lot of pet peeves.
So I'm gonna go ahead and bring him on. We're actually recording live now, Ike. So we jumped in there. Shane just shared his first pet peeve, and it's basically when you go to a location that's hosted and they really talk the place up and tell you things that just happened just before we got there, and you start investigating, you don't experience anything that they're talking about. So let's see.
I cannot hardly hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
You were saying something about joining an investigation. What was you saying?
Yeah, just Shane, you want to go ahead and repeat your pet peeve?
Yeah, so Ike, you know how you show up to a location and whoever the curator or the host of the event that collects your money and gives you the keys for the night, they oversell it. They say, that before we came, the doors were going back and forth, opening and closing, and the devil himself came out and introduced himself, and man, you guys are gonna have an awesome night. And then, of course, they just oversell it. That's a big pet peeve of mine. Whoever lets you in, it just oversells the location. Just let the location sell itself.
Oh yeah, I mean, we tell people at the Apollo and at the Paxton, but again, we just give them the basic stories. I definitely don't oversell because we all know it's not what happened to me like 2 months ago is not going to happen tonight. You just almost can bank on it.
Yep.
Exactly.
So yeah, then these people get all like, and then nothing. 3 things happen all night if you're lucky.
And that was my belly growling.
Yeah, I've had that in a lot. Yes.
Well, I think my pet peeve, I think it's when these people post things on social media which are very, or they send them to you, say, hey, look at this, tell me what you think. And it's very clear that they're phone apps that's making up the figure in the background. And you can actually take a screenshot of that and actually search different phone apps and see the same exact image sold in another package that, you know, if it's a skeleton or, you know, the girl with the hair in front of her face from The Ring, and, you know, it's fake, people. And don't try so hard to push it off as being real, because it's just going to ruin your credibility.
We got a Facebook post on that where you recreated it, right?
Yes, yeah, it's a couple. I think there's one or two that I created. Yeah, recreated. But yeah, that's one of my biggest. I love it when people send us stuff, say, hey, look at this. I look at it as a test, and we're able to, you know, debunk it or say, hey, you know, we can't recreate this. So good catch. So by all means, keep sending us the stuff, but don't pass something off that's fake, really trying to convince us that it's real. You know, that's my pet peeve.
All right, who's next? I know you got some. I got a whole list. I'm crossing them off as we go through them.
All right. Well, my pet peeve, a big one for me, is when you're on an investigation and you're asking questions and people don't give time for an answer. They just start rapid firing question after question after question. And it's like, just be quiet. I know we can't hear anything now. Doesn't mean we're not picking something up, but you just have to be still and be quiet sometimes and wait.
That happens a lot. Yeah.
But I'm in ask.
I agree with you, and I don't know what the rule of thumb is. I believe 30 seconds at the least. Try and get a little bit longer.
I was heard count to 6.
Okay.
Which I violated myself, unfortunately.
6 Mississippi or just 6?
Just like a little breath, like 1, 2. I mean, to yourself, not talk. You don't talk.
Oh, yeah. Oh, now we're gonna get people in investigations going 1, 2.
yeah, not really count out loud. No.
That's gonna be
Count in your head. You count in your head. Yeah.
There'll be whispers. You was like, "What's that? What I hear?"
Oh, but that was in my head, Ike.
I agree with you on that one. I think that one is, you know, you definitely have to keep time. And I know it's a pain when you actually go through the evidence and you start to hear something, but then you hear another question on top of their answer.
Yeah.
They respond, and you don't know if they answered to the first question or the second question. So, yeah, that can definitely be annoying. You know,
When I know how to push a button.
Well, come on, 10 questions to do like rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
It doesn't get me like worked up, but it's just when you're there with somebody and they're like, what's your name? Did you work here? How old are you?
And can you say yellow?
Yeah, it's just like one right after the other.
I think another one to lead off of that one is when they ask questions and they really take it personal. You know, you're at some end, you know, in some other state that, you know, your passed away relative has never been to before, and you're asking questions, making it personal. And to me, my personal belief is they're only going to be where they're familiar with, unless they're actually connected to you or attached to you. I just don't like it when people make it personal.
So, yeah. All right, Ike, give us one.
Yeah, like it's your turn.
All right, my pet peeve really isn't with my paranormal brethren and sisterins. It's the people that get to know you, do it at work or such places, and the first thing they always say, have you ever seen a ghost? I cannot stand when I'm told that.
Oh, have you?
I don't know. I mean, I've seen a few things, but
why does that bother you so much?
What's that?
Why does it bother you so much? Like, explain.
I don't know. They just want you to say it's like there's no real answer to that. I mean, I have seen a gray mass in an attic. I have seen a black mass on our camera. I have seen a shadow down at the fort. I've actually seen one shadow in my whole 11 years, not the 25 other people tend to see all the time. And then I have seen a mist coming out of a bathroom in the Haunted Mansion once. So I've seen a couple of things. And I guess people just haven't seen a ghost. I think they think they want you to take them on like a little paranormal thing and show them a ghost. I guess that's why I get upset.
Yeah, but
they don't understand that there's so much more involved than just seeing like a white woo ghosty kind of thing. Yeah. That's what they're expecting.
Civil War soldier standing over there in the corner. Yeah, you're just not going to see that.
Can you do that one more time? That little sound effect. There we go.
Oh, we're gonna replay that slow motion. Woo-boo.
I think that's what people visualize, though. They don't understand that there's so many ways that you can experience something paranormal. They just, are waiting for the lady in white or the white sheet floating by.
I think we're like going from. I mean, it feels kind of good when they, oh, you do this stuff, and they want to know more about it. But then when they start, always want to do it, take me on one with you, and they don't realize, the type of patience you need to have, and you don't always find something every time, and the long hours it goes into it. And I see exactly what he's saying. It's just not, all the glamour that you see on. I think that's probably another pet peeve. People believe it's all the glamour you see on TV. Shows.
Yeah. What a disappointment.
Yeah.
Well, make it happen. Well, you can't make it happen.
Right. Exactly. Or you don't hear it for the naked ear, but you 2 weeks later when you actually get to it on the recorder, then you finally hear something. That's a different story. But it's not. And you don't have that dramatic music in the background. Dun, 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 dun. You come back and do a reveal right there on the spot. So no, it's not like regular TV.
All right, I'm gonna ask, or this is my next one. I have to say this is probably my #1 pet peeve. And I didn't realize it was my #1 pet peeve until I just got to thinking about it, and it really irritates me. Celebrity ghost hunters and celebrity ghost hunters with groupies.
Yeah, groupies. Yeah.
Why are these people celebrities?
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's what I want to know. They go in the dark. They got a show. I mean, they should be called lucky people, really. They shouldn't be called celebrities. They get to do it for a living. I mean, I love to investigate for a living and make a lot of money. But I mean, what have they done? Why are they celebrities? Just because they're on a TV show? Does that make them better than everybody else?
Right.
I don't know how you guys.
I guess kind of. Yeah. I mean, like ball players, why are they better?
Well, there's a few of them that you wonder, why on earth are they on a show? They're definitely there for the entertainment factor rather than the investigating of the paranormal factor. And that's the big difference. I mean, people want to see something fun and interesting, and just sitting watching us ask questions all night is not glamorous and isn't fun and isn't very interesting.
But I don't know what's worse, the celebrities or the groupies. Now you got little, Betsy Sue in the corner going, "Oh my God, Grant touched my hand." Who cares?
True.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, you can see I'm a little irked by it. It just
yes, I can tell that's setting you off.
They put pants on the same way I do. They eat 3 meals a day like I do. The only thing difference is their bank accounts, and I just don't get it. I don't.
All right. Well, that's my second one. It was really my first one in my mind after I got to thinking about it more as we're talking. I just, ugh. All right. Who's next?
I don't know. Let me think this one out loud. So, I mean, I'm all for para-unity. I'm willing to help other teams as they merge out. I mean, God, there's so many new teams merging out. We're all here for advice and to work together, but it's when they feel that they need to dominate or to, I don't know, they want to shadow off for you and for you to help advertise for them. And we're doing the same thing you guys are doing. We're not in this for the social media likes. And I mean, it's nice to have that. We're doing this for our viewers, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm in a conflict with the para-unity, which I believe in, but at the same time, how do we share the social media spotlight at the same time? I don't know if that's.
I'll tell you how you do it. Have original content.
Yes.
Stop with the jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Put some evidence out there. Right now it's kind of tough. And this is why we're doing this right now. There's not a lot of locations that are going to let you in during COVID-19 times. So you kind of occupy that space with things like this. But even when we didn't have COVID-19, people have no original content. I follow a lot of Facebook groups, and it's like, come on already. Everybody shared that joke already. I don't know how many times we need to see the same thing on everybody's page. Give us some original content. Give us some investigation. Even if you're not catching anything, just show something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And I think that's another pet peeve within itself. It's those memes out there. I mean, how many memes you come up with for the paranormal? It's just filler space. I just like you. I'd rather see content or investigations or a review on your equipment. You know, that kind of stuff. You know,
I do have one exception, and that's Ike's cat thing. He has this cat thing that the cat is across the dinner table for everything, and those are pretty funny, and I do chuckle over those, so I keep those up.
Yeah, the cats and my Bernie. I thought I got a good Bernie roll there. That
I'm
one
kind of Bernie'd out. Bernie is everywhere now.
I saw he did a couple of Bernie ones. I saw that. Yep. I don't get it. I still haven't caught up with the punchline with that one, but
Or just Bernie being Bernie.
okay.
Well, my problem I'd have, I'd put stuff on there, and I tried, used to, never mind. Anyway, I got up too early this morning. I'm tired. But my computer now, at times I can't get pictures or get videos loaded up from my stuff to the Facebook. It just won't do it. I don't know what's wrong with my computer. It's really ready to die, I guess. But
we got to get a GoFundMe for Ike to get a new computer.
yeah, I wouldn't do that. But I got Moose's laptop, but he gave me a laptop just a couple of years ago. But I used a PC in there, and it's getting kind of on the downside. But like every now and then, I don't know what happened. I got those orbs pictures on y'all's page that day, and I was working that particular day. Then sometimes I'll go try to put a picture on Facebook, and I just can't do it. It won't load up. I don't know why.
So your pet peeve is technology in general?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's getting ahead of me, way ahead of me.
How would you?
All right, what else we got?
KJ, do you have anything else? Things froze up.
Well, my second one, but I can't really say it because we're on public TV. But Shane knows it because I've talked about it before.
Okay.
The shadow chasers, Shane, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen one shadow in 11 years. And, again, it's so fast, you're really not sure you saw it.
Yeah.
Some people seem to see 20 every night.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop.
Someone that constantly sees a shadow. Yeah. Every investigation, they see a shadow.
I said,
I went to the bathroom and I saw a shadow.
You've never? I saw one down the fort in Harper's Ferry.
We caught one on our DVR system, but I
caught one in the tunnel and saw one at the fort. Not the same night.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's and all the time I've been doing this, we've only caught one on our DVR system. And even then we're trying to debunk it. We're not quite sure if it's real or not.
Well, yeah, I went down to Harper's Ferry. It's like 10 times trying to debunk that one in the tunnel. Where, of course, again, you only see the legs, when it went by. Of course, Moose had his FLIR, and when I was down there was nothing. Then there was something blue, and then it went away. And then that same night, I caught those legs walking by in front of me. So I don't know.
That's tough, but I can see how that's a pet peeve. Yeah, just keep it real.
Because we're a pretty open team, so there's a lot of different individuals, and there's a couple, and I like them. They're my friends, but they kind of like, yeah. Like, come on.
Ike was just saying one of his pet peeves is somebody that's always, no matter what they look at. I mean, at this particular incident, it's shadows. They're constantly seeing shadows wherever they go, but it could be somebody that's always hearing something or always feeling something.
I was touched.
Yeah, you're right. Everywhere I go, I'm touched. Or everywhere I go, I see dead people. Or
I think at least another one too is those people who believe that every location you go to has some type of haunting, and I don't believe that. We can have dry spots. We can have no experience whatsoever in that particular night. So
we do a lot. We do a lot.
Yeah. And I think those who think that every place is haunted, that there's something in every place. I even came across people who think that everything is demonic, that no matter what it is, it's a demonic location. And it's just, I don't know. People's imaginations run wild sometimes.
We'll
No
get a
joke.
lot of homeowners that think that they'll say it's evil. It's evil. There's evil here. And no, I don't. I just don't necessarily feel that a lot of times. But they're so sure it's evil, and that's an irritant as well.
Or those who, when you don't find something, are very irritated you didn't find something. It's almost like you're calling them a liar. And we're not doing that. We're just saying at this present time, we weren't able to capture anything. And to them, they're offended because we didn't find something. So,
Yeah.
How about you, Shane? You got another one?
Oh yeah, I could go all night.
Yeah, bring in your
All right. So my big one is stop building crappy equipment and selling it. I mean, is everybody making REM pods now? I mean, come on, people. Stop. We've got a couple really good REM pods out there. I know they're a little pricey. If you're gonna make something for yourself, make it for yourself. But don't, because Uncle Joe thought it was the coolest thing, don't try to sell it for $100. It's a piece of shit. Don't sell it. Sorry.
Is it the 3D printer? Is it the
No.
casing?
Well, I'm not selling anything. I make stuff for myself. And if I do, I give it away. I don't charge anybody. But stop selling it. You know, even like the portals. Stop trying to make them and selling them. Everybody knows. And if you don't have the recipe list to make a portal, ask me. I'll give it to you. I don't care. Just stop selling them. It's like the SLS camera. People were selling those a lot. You can buy the equipment and make it yourself. You don't have to buy the $600 SLS cameras and the Huff Paranormal Wonder Box or whatever. Just stop it. I mean, they make good equipment, but they're really overpriced.
No $10 cat balls.
So bring that up.
Don't even get me started on the cat balls that are now $14 on Amazon because everybody's buying them. Now I see on shows they're called motion alert devices or whatever. They've renamed them. They're not cat balls anymore. They're motion alert devices.
But if you get the package, it still has the cat on the package.
Yeah. Everybody's bought them so much on Amazon that Amazon's caught on to us, and now they're charging $14 for 3 balls.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas before they were $9, before everybody and their mother started using them on every show. Now everybody's buying them. Ike, you broke the bank, man. I mean, you bought them and the word was out.
Yeah, it must have been us, right? No, I saw it on Ghost Nation. Remember that one that actually rolled?
Yeah.
Well, ours ain't rolled yet. That'll be real nice if that ever happens.
Oh shit, they roll. I'm autographing and selling that bitch.
It might roll. My flashlight rolled one time.
It's a ghost cat rolling at. Yeah. See, get me started on the balls, man. Woo. Blood pressure's going up. Yeah, crappy equipment, big one. Stop selling it.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need it. All right. Another one. This is another one. This is not the highest one. This is not above the celebrity one, but this is close. For all those groups that have all these big boobed women out there on their Facebook pages, stop selling these girls as advertisements to get creepy old dudes to look at your site. No, I mean it's ridiculous. I'm sorry, I'm going there.
Doesn't sell.
What team are we talking about doing that?
Well, they've even gotten, I know I've brought this up, they've got on, I think it's Prime, Porn Star Paranormal.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, there's that. Remember that show they tried to get the naked people to do? Remember that one?
Are you trying to mix your two loves together? Is that what it is? I mean, come on. Paranormal and porn stars? I mean, and somebody right now is out there going, I'm Googling this. I don't believe this. It's out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they tried a show about 7 or 8 years ago of naked, of truly you would be naked. It didn't make it, but out in California, yeah, they tried it.
So it's naked and
where do you keep your batteries?
The ghost just grabbed my jewels.
Instead of naked and afraid, it's naked and scared.
They really had the theory something about better connection, you know, like
Oh,
it was weird.
I guess you're getting the nudist comedies pretty well then. Well,
I remember some of the people getting asked to be on the show, and I personally wasn't. I can't imagine why.
Now the true the submission got submitted, huh?
Yeah, there was a couple girls, Becky and Antietam, I think, got approached, and like I said, I never did. No, I don't know why, but yeah.
what you done, hey?
Oh,
Yeah, but yeah, I had noticed that they try to use.
That's a true story. It really was. It flopped. Nobody went with it, you know. But
can't see why not.
I think there was a little. I believe it or not, that was the one time I was proud of the paranormal community. I think they took the high road and really rejected that.
That's too funny. Oh yeah, we went there.
Mhm.
Sorry.
It's our show. We can do what we want.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, still, what's these teams that do this? I need to go stalk them on Facebook, man. Where's these teams at, man?
Well, Naked and Afraid, I guess we'll look it up. I don't know. Oh my gosh.
Having too much fun, Shane.
Oh, that's killing me.
List.
All right. We already talked about, yeah, I mean, you know, to Keijo's point, you know, public events where just people don't stop talking.
Mhm.
I mean, you got crazy, you know, aunts and uncles there, and they just don't stop talking all night long. And sometimes these homes, these old historic homes, walls and floors are so thin, you just hear them everywhere. So every bit of evidence that you've captured is kind of thrown out because you hear these crazy people talking all night long.
Mhm. Mhm.
You mean like the homeowners or people that are the investigators?
Yeah,
Problem.
the public events.
Okay, got it.
Public events, yes.
Yeah, that's just it's just annoying when you go back and you listen to your recorder and all you hear is this one person, and they've got a very distinctive voice, and that's all you hear on the recorder all night long.
Mhm. And they're in deep conversation, you know.
Yeah.
That's why we try to as much as we can avoid the public ones.
Yeah. Nothing personal.
Mhm.
All right, my last one is kind of deals with para-unity, but everybody knows when you show up to a location and everybody's there filming, everybody shares everybody's stuff. It's just part of being, you know, having para-unity.
Right.
But don't come back later and say that somebody stole your stuff.
Mhm.
Or, you know, it's nothing personal. We're all recording. We're all using our equipment.
Mhm.
And I hate when people say, you stole my video or you stole my blah, 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 blah. It's, you know, we're all there. We're all filming. It is what it is.
Right. And if it may be you're filming, but you're filming my equipment, you know.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I understand where you're coming from with that personal experience.
Yeah.
Well, you should share everything, right? I don't mind sharing what I catch.
Exactly. I agree.
And if you go as a team, or if you go and you gather together, why not share? Because you were there. For
Yeah, well, when you're with a team like that, you have to assume that everything's going to be shared. Like there's no way you can say, oh, this is mine, you can't look. I mean, you just can't. When you're there together, it's everybody.
Right. Yes, some folks don't agree with that, I guess. But
Oh well.
all right, I just thought of one more.
Mm-hmm.
One of my pet peeves, my last pet peeve of the night, is overpricing some of these locations.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to be in it for the money now. The Conjuring House, the Hill House, the Octagon House. And I'm not saying any of these places overpriced. I'm just saying keep it reasonable. This is a hobby. None of us are doing this for a living. We're not making billions of dollars off of the location. I mean, what's the breaking point for you guys on a price point for an investigation per person?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Like I said, you're always paying for the location, or you're paying for the brand. And I think that's what they do. They know they have a reputation, and that's what they're trying to sell, is that reputation.
What, because Zach's been there, it's an extra $25?
Exactly. You know, I don't agree with it, but that's the way it seems to be. They shouldn't be profiting off of this. But yeah.
I mean, I think once you get over $75, I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I don't know why $75 is still okay, but excuse me.
It'd have to be something special for $75. I'll tell you that.
Because most of these places are travel too, so you also have to put your travel expenses in there, and you know, God forbid you have to get a lodging too on top of that. It adds up, and we don't make money off of this. I mean, we do this for the fun of it.
I like around the $30 mark.
Oh, that's a sweet spot. I like that. If you find a location like that, let me know. Oh, wait a minute, the Apollo.
One Brunswick only, I couldn't go, but one Brunswick only around 20 or 25.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That was. I got to tell you, M.A.P.P. really, you guys don't overcharge. I mean, it's a good. I think it's a good price.
Mm-hmm.
He tries to, Hal Harris does it. He tries to take the price and break it up, he has given, like in Moundsville, and if you actually get 20 people, he has then gave money back to people, but he's got to have enough up front.
Right.
You know, he's got to charge on the fact that there's always no shows.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah. So yeah, he tries. I mean, he's not. Unfortunately, because I don't go to Mount. I mean, I think Moundsville's 90.
Yeah, that's coming up in March, right?
Yeah, they're going down in March.
All right. Is that it for the pet peeves? Did you guys have anything else?
Hey, Joe, do you have any? Yeah, I think the last one, I'm going to throw myself under the bus right here. And that's, yeah, and you're going to like this one, Shane. It's when you do go as a team and you don't get that evidence brought back to you. I know I fell in that pit, what is it called, the pit hole or whatever, where you just don't get caught up going through all your evidence. But there's others that, you know, they have more spare time than most other people, and they just don't go through the evidence. And if we all have a recorder in the same room, and Shane, your recorder comes up with something, and KJO has a recorder on her at the same exact time, I can't see why it wouldn't be on her recorder at the same time. And we've come across people who just don't want to go through their evidence, and we're pulling teeth. Hey, we have a reveal coming up. You know, please send us what you have. If you don't want to go through your evidence, send us your raw footage. We'll go through it for you. So that, you know, again, I know I was in that spot many times, working my way out of that hole. But it is a pet peeve, and I know why it would upset other people. So again, this is an apology to my team at the same time, trying to do better, and I have to lead by example. But it is, I can see how that can get under people's skin.
Thank you, Tony. Apology accepted.
Yeah. You caught up on all the paperwork, right?
KJ's not so accepting right now. She's like, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. Yeah.
No, I'm fine. I mean, I have things I have to work on too. Life gets in the way, you know, and it's a hobby. It's not our job. So it's hard to keep up with it. I get it.
Oh, don't let him off that easy. I thought I saw her just flip you off.
No.
Oh, I've become a big cheater, man. I'll tell you, I've become a big cheater. I just look for the highlights now.
You're ESPN, huh?
I'm fake news, dude.
You don't want to watch the whole game. You just want to cut to the chase and see who won and be done with it within 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, when I listen to the whole boring thing.
Well, in 2020,
I did for years, and you're right, because back in those days, I just wonder what maybe I have missed in the last several years. I don't know, because I get very lazy now and just skim through them.
Yeah, 2020, I probably listened to almost 1,000 hours worth of recordings. I bet.
Oh my God. Ugh. I'm still trying to get through last week. I'm 2 hours in, and we were only there for about 4.
I haven't started yet. But
you know, it's a lot, and I can only do it for like an hour at a time, and then I'm like, okay, I can't listen to this anymore, because I tune it out, and then I'm gonna miss stuff.
Gotta get him a
Well,
good.
it doesn't count. It doesn't count. You can listen to 1,000 hours, but it doesn't mean anything unless you catch something. And you can have all the fancy equipment, all the homemade equipment in the world, but until you catch something, it doesn't matter. All this doesn't matter. But we have fun doing it. That's the most
All
important
right.
thing.
Anything else we have?
Uh-oh. Are we at our hour?
We're at 7:45. 5 minutes in. We didn't record for the whole 45 minutes, but yeah. Okay. Well, I appreciate.
I think that's all I've got.
Okay. Well, I appreciate all of you for signing in and joining us, and all of you who are viewing the video. Please stay tuned next time for our next town hall. If you have a topic that you would like for us to present, please give us a comment below and let us know. Don't forget to hit that hit like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for us. Keep those subscriptions coming. We appreciate it. And until next time, thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.